course, we all sat on one of these Zoom sessions in 2022. Here it is. I'm not going to play it, but we all sang Old Lang Syne. Do you guys remember doing that? Here's the picture right there. Well, I'm scrolling by it. I have to tell you because The Wizard of Oz has a special meaning for Linda.
It does, yeah. But we're all connected, so
It was written by L. Frank Baum
that's right.
in 1856. But did you know that he was the editor of the Aberdine Saturday Pioneer? And after the first Wounded Knee massacre in 1890, Native Americans were targets of his editorials in his paper. He explained that the safety of Euro-Americans depends upon the extermination of Indians. Upon hearing of the death of the Sioux chief Sitting Bull, Baum wrote an editorial for the Aberdeen Saturday Pioneer. Sitting Bull, the most renowned Sioux of modern history, is dead. Well, anyway, he didn't like Indians very much, and I remember reading that Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. I don't know if anybody else read that book, but that was a tragedy for everybody involved, except apparently Mr. Baum. So it was a good idea. Did you know all that about the author of Wizard of Oz?
Did
Linda?
not.
We talk about her. I wrote a little story about 5000 BC and the winter solstice. I'm not going to read that, but I'll send the link out for it. On the relationships, I did the genealogy, DNA tracing, and I have a map basically of my haplogroup, which, where does that show up? Tells you how my ancestors migrated. You know, we all started in Africa, and then at least on my maternal side, we follow this little path here in red, if you can see that. And the solstice used to be a big deal, so we all gathered in southern France for this ceremony. And I'm still trying to find it. Now we did have a story about Barbara, this first trip in her car on her baptismal day. I don't think I want to read that right now. What I'd like to do is find the story about Millie and her year, 1941. Her story about remembering 1941. In the words of Millie, 1941 was quite a year for me. I started the year with a bang, celebrating New Year's Eve with friends in party hats. Little did I know my life was about to take a romantic turn. I met Bob Naegeli in March, and we had an enchanting first date at the Palace Theater. He surprised me with chocolates, and we picnicked in the park. It was love at first sight. We had a minor car accident in September, but that didn't stop us from having fun. We caught a movie at the Bluebird Auto Theater, and I cherish the memory. Bob proposed on October 15th, and I was over the moon. We were engaged just before the world around us changed with the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th. Bob worked at Republic Steel, contributing to the war effort, while I worked as a secretary at Timken Roller Bearing Company. Despite the uncertainty of the times, we were happy and looking forward to our future together. We got married on February 10th, 1942, and Bob's car, a 1941 Ford Model 11A business coupe, was a symbol of our love and resilience. It was a whirlwind year filled with love, friendship, and challenges. I am grateful for the memories and the people who made 1941 so special.